Welcome viewers to this Saturday, September 7th weekend roundup. I am Kamal Haynes, bringing you the latest out of this week's top stories from the British Virgin Islands. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, Premier of the Virgin Islands, Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley, successfully moved the motion in the House of Assembly on Tuesday, August 3rd, to have the opposition's motion of no confidence removed from the day's order paper. The motion of no confidence, detailed in the order paper for the 19th sitting of the House of Assembly, reflects deep concerns within the opposition regarding the Premier's leadership and governance. Premier Wheatley argued in favor of having the motion removed based on technicalities that Skelton failed to follow.
Withdraw the motion that I just put forward, and I rise on a point of order. Madam Speaker, I'm objecting to the inclusion of the resolution, which is being moved by the Leader of the Opposition under private members' business, on the ground that the correct procedure was not followed according to Standing Order number 23. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The no-confidence motion criticizes Premier Wheatley's management since the formation of his government in April 2023, highlighting what the opposition describes as a bleak economic outlook and a rapidly declining quality of life for the people of the Virgin Islands. The order paper states that there is a significant lack of public confidence in the Premier's leadership, which the opposition attributes to several missteps and failures in governance. Opposition leader Skelton spoke to the fact that the way in which the motion was presented was in fact correct.
My notice, or give my my motion of no confidence to you more than 7 clear days. Like I did questions and I did any other matter that relates that we have to hand over to the over to your offices, and it seems when there is not a speaker, then the clerk takes precedent. But when there is a speaker, and I thought I did the right thing. The Premier wants to be exact. It says at the clerk, I left at the clerk's office. So I am of the view that when I leave it with the speaker, I left it with the clerk.
Well, the Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honourable Corinne George Massicott, ruled that the opposition's motion of the no confidence against Premier Dr. the Honourable Natalia Wheatley could not proceed due to a procedural breach of the House of Assembly's rules. The decision was made during Tuesday's sitting, where the Speaker cited a violation of Standing Order 23 as the basis for her ruling. More in this story. The issue was brought to the Speaker, Honourable Corinne George Massicott's attention by Premier Dr. the Honourable Natalia Wheatley, who rose on a point of order, arguing that the no-confidence motion submitted by Leader of the Opposition, Honourable Ronnie Skelton, was not in compliance with the established parliamentary procedures. According to Speaker George Massicott, Standing Order 23 clearly states that any notice to move a motion or ask a question in the House of Assembly must be submitted to the Clerk of the House, not directly to the Speaker. In her explanation, George Massicott referred to Standing Order 24, which outlines the timeline for submitting motions or questions, noting that the submission should occur either during a previous sitting or at least 7 days before the next sitting. However, she clarified that this was not the issue at hand.
Except as hereinafter provided, no member shall ask a question or make a motion unless he shall have given notice in writing of such question or motion, either at some previous sitting of the House or to the clerk not less than 7 days previous to the hour of sitting of the House at which such question is to be asked or motion to be made. And then there are some qualifications. In going under Section 23, where under any standing order notice is required, such notice shall be given in writing, signed by the member, and addressed to the clerk. Such notice shall be handed to the clerk or sent to or left at the clerk's office during the period prescribed for the purpose. The period prescribed for this particular purpose is 7 days. Now, I don't believe there were any issues raised in terms of whether or not the prescribed period of 7 days were met.
In this instance, Skelton submitted the motion directly to the Speaker, which the Speaker confirmed was the main procedural error directly in contravention of Standing Order 23.
When taking these various matters into account, one has to look to see if there are any other conditions that may allow for such exemptions of such prescribed. In this particular case, I have not identified within the standing orders or from my research where such motion given to the clerk accepted by the Speaker. In light of this, I am in agreement that the standing order, in particular 23, was not adhered to. And I do not believe anyone questioned whether or not I had such a discretion to allow the matter to still proceed, given that the proper procedure was not followed. So it is my ruling that Standing Order 23 was not adhered to, and as such, the motion was not properly placed on the order paper.
The Speaker also acknowledged her own oversight in the matter, admitting that if she had been more thorough in reviewing the standing orders, she could have corrected the procedural mistake in time.
The motion was in fact passed on to me via email, and that was passed on to the clerk. So it was passed to me and then provided to the clerk. And what I can go further in stating is that had I double-checked my standing orders, I would have had time to then redirect the member to the proper procedure. So I will take fault for that.
She expressed her commitment to ensuring that such errors do not recur and emphasized that there will be strict adherence to the rules and regulations governing the House of Assembly moving forward.
The common themes that I heard today was the proper following of rules and procedures. And so I hope that we will all be guided moving forward, that we are to ensure that we follow proper rules and procedure, as I will be expecting that.
The ruling effectively removed the no confidence motion from Tuesday's order paper. However, a submission has already been made to have it included in the order paper of the next House of Assembly sitting. Viewers, we take a quick word from our sponsors. Stay with us. We will be right back.
He hit me. Will CG cover this?
Don't worry. Remember when I was in that competitive arm wrestling circuit? 3-time champion, baby! I did feel bad crushing all those arms and dreams. So I took them all out for ice cream, and then we got crushed. Anyway, CG handled my claims fast.
That explains the arm.
Best cover for the best value. CG Insurance. Good like that.
At Partners for Kids, your child's health and happiness are at the heart of everything we do. We've been the trusted medical home for children and adolescents up to 18 years old. And now, we are excited to welcome a new member to our family of healthcare professionals. Introducing Dr. Aisha Maxwell, our new family practitioner. Dr. Maxwell brings a wealth of experience and deep passion for pediatric and adult care, ready to join our team in providing first-rate health services to your family. At Partners for Kids, we believe in a collaborative approach to healthcare. With partners in physical therapy, occupational therapy, and clinical psychology, Partners for Kids, where caring is just the beginning. Visit us at Road Reef Plaza, Tortola, open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us at 284-444-5437 or reach out at info@partnersforkids.com to learn more.
Well, am I covered?
Yeah, you're with CG. Remember when I was dabbling in knife-throwing bingo? Well, one night I won, but I also got a bullseye. No. In a beehive. I ran for hours. They caught me in the end, though. Anyway, I was covered, and I got to keep my trophy. Uh-oh.
Best medical cover for the price. CG Insurance. Good like that.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on Popular.
Welcome back, viewers. The BVI Health Services Authority confirmed the unfortunate passing of Mr. Ravovion Bucky Sproul, who sought care at the Nurse Iris O'Neill Clinic on August 31st, 2024. According to a statement released by the BVI Health Services Authority, Mr. Sproul arrived at the clinic outside of its adjusted operating hours and tragically passed away before medical care could be administered. The Health Services Authority has expressed deep sorrow over the incident and extended its heartfelt condolences to Mr. Sproul's family and loved ones during this difficult time. In response to this tragic event, the BVI Health Services Authority has initiated a thorough investigation to gather all available information surrounding Mr. Sproul's passing. The authority is engaging with residents of the 9th District to ensure that all concerns are addressed with the utmost seriousness. The authority has requested privacy and understanding for Mr. Sproul's family during this time and pledged to provide further updates as more information becomes available. Well, a new online petition entitled Urgent Requests for Enhanced Healthcare Services on Virgin Gorda has gained rapid traction with nearly 400 signatures gathered in less than 24 hours. More in this report. Initiated by Virgin Gorda resident Sharon Brutus, the petition addresses the urgent healthcare challenges faced by the island's residents and calls for immediate government action. The petition outlines severe deficiencies in Virgin Gorda's healthcare system, which has long been a concern for locals. It highlights the incident on August 30th, 2024 as a stark example of the island's inadequate medical facilities, which have compromised the well-being of both residents and visitors. In its description, the petition lists several critical issues faced by the community, including clinics operating with reduced hours or being closed for extended periods, an ongoing shortage of qualified medical staff, and a lack of essential equipment and specialized services. These challenges often force residents to travel to other islands for medical care, resulting in unnecessary inconvenience and expense, particularly for vulnerable groups such as children, the elderly, and those with chronic conditions. The petition emphasizes that healthcare is a fundamental human right, citing Article 25 of the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which states, and I quote, "Everyone has the right to a standard of living adequate for the health and well-being of himself and of his family, including medical care and necessary social services," end quote. The key demands in the petition include, and I state, extending clinic operating hours to provide 24/7 access to emergency and urgent care services, adequately staffing healthcare facilities with well-trained medical professionals and ensuring consistent availability of doctors and nurses, ensuring that medical equipment is fully functional and clinics are stocked with necessary supplies and modern technology, expanding specialized medical services to reduce the need for off-island travel, developing a long-term plan to improve healthcare infrastructure, including completing the Spanish Town Clinic by 2025 and improving the North Sound Clinic by December 2024. One of the more ambitious requests is the exploration of an ambulance boat equipped with life-saving equipment and staffed by trained professionals to enhance emergency response times in the island's remote areas. Additionally, the petition calls for the availability of a fully functional dialysis machine at the Nurse Iris O'Neill Medical Clinic, which would greatly benefit residents who currently need to travel for such care. The petition argues that improvements in Virgin Gorda's healthcare systems are not only essential for the health of residents, but also crucial for maintaining the island's status as a premier tourist destination. With growing support, Sharon Brutus and the undersigned hope that the government of the Virgin Islands, the Health Services Authority, and His Excellency the Governor will take immediate steps to address these critical issues and prioritize the enhancement of healthcare services on Virgin Gorda. Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes. Well, last weekend, the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force conducted a series of targeted operations resulting in significant seizures and the arrest of an individual in possession of a prohibited firearm and illegal drugs. More in this report. But these operations are part of the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force's ongoing efforts to enhance public safety and combat illegal activities here in the British Virgin Islands. On Friday, August 31st, 2024, police conducted an operation here in Scatliff Alley. During that operation, a significant quantity of controlled drugs were found in an old refrigerator. The drugs recovered included 357.1 grams of a green vegetable matter suspected to be marijuana, 27.2 grams of a white powdered substance suspected to be cocaine, and 141.7 grams of an off-white rock-like substance suspected to be crack cocaine. Earlier that day, officers from the Virgin Gorda Police Station responded to a report of a possible firearm at a local residence. Upon arriving, officers were met by the father of the minor involved, who granted permission to conduct a search of the premises. During the search, officers discovered a green towel, which upon inspection was found to contain a suspected AK-47 rifle, along with a magazine loaded with 18 rounds of ammunition. A 14-year-old was immediately arrested and subsequently charged with unlawful possession of a prohibited firearm and unlawful possession of explosives. The minor was granted bail and was scheduled to appear at the Magistrates Court on Tuesday. But the following day, on Saturday, August 31st, Royal Virgin Islands Police Force officers conducted a successful operation at Capoons Bay. During the search, an extended empty magazine was found in an old discarded deep freezer outside an establishment. In addition to the magazine recovery, officers conducted searches of over 20 persons and vehicles in the area. Acting Commissioner of Police Jacqueline Vanterpool praised the successful operations and encouraged the public to continue reporting suspicious activities, emphasizing the importance of community involvement in the fight against crime. But the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force continues to urge residents to report any suspicious activities by calling the Crime Stoppers line at 800-8477. Alternatively, individuals can contact the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force Intelligence Unit at 368-9339. But police has assured the public that any information related to any of their hotlines will be confidential. Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes. Well, viewers, with that, we take a quick word from our sponsors. Stay with us. We will be right back.
Orange alert! Orange alert! Fire is spreading across the BVI. The fastest, most reliable, and affordable fiber internet service is here for you. Look out for fire in these new locations: Slaney, Duff Bottom, Manual Reef, Seacows Bay, Albion, Hannah's, Palestina, Pleasant Valley, and Havers. Fiber is in your area. Call 444-4444 or visit a CCT store to find out more and bring it home. More locations coming soon.
And now it's time for your daily updates on this year's Atlantic hurricane season. Meteorologists say that surface temperatures may be a contributor.
Gather around. It's important we stay informed about the storm approaching.
You're right. Late August to early September is when the hurricane season is most active.
How do we know when the storm is coming? We can monitor regional conditions using our smartphones or going online.
You know, that's right. And we should always rely on sources like the Department of Disaster Management and the National Hurricane Center for accurate information.
Right. Those are the organizations that have experts to provide real-time data and forecasts.
I hear you. But what if the power goes out?
This battery radio even works without power. I just downloaded the new DDM app. It will send us updates and alerts.
Excellent. Remember, staying informed is our first line of defense. Let's make sure we're ready for anything.
Stay informed.
stay connected, and stay prepared. Because when you're armed with information, you can weather any storm that comes your way. A message from the Department of Disaster Management and 284 Media. At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on Popular.
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Well, hundreds of children enjoyed a day of fun and preparation for the new school year at Higher BVI Back to School Wet Fete held on Saturday, August 31st at the Enid Scatliff Pre-Primary School grounds. Well, I was there and I followed the following report. The annual event, a staple in the British Virgin Islands community, was geared towards providing students with school supplies and a day of entertainment before the 2024-2025 school year commenced. The registered children received a variety of school supplies and took part in numerous activities, including a train station, painting area, jumping tents, water slides, and even a pool. The event aimed to alleviate the back-to-school burden on families while providing a memorable experience for the children. Katie Farquharson, corporate trainer at Higher BVI, emphasized the company's commitment to corporate social responsibility and giving back to the BVI community.
We are so blessed that we're in a position to give back to the community in such a sustainable way, and it would not be possible without partners such as 284 Media and CCT. This year we also have the Wellness Center coming on board, Unite BVI, Vision Sound System, Sotheby's, Diamonds International. I'm forgetting some persons, but it would not be possible without all of them, and we're really grateful that we are able to give back to the community. We have a lot of activities going on, as you can see, and we see persons still coming in, so I know they're all very excited to take part in all of the activities that we have going on this afternoon.
Okay, and one of those groups that I would have seen here this year as well as District 5, the 5th District, being part of this year festivities. Part of the conversation I would have had with them, some 200 registrations would have been completed as it relates to giving to those 200 children of District 5. Overall, how many children in the territory, if you was to give a number, do you believe benefit from this particular initiative?
Oh wow, so for Higher BV alone, we're looking at 300 plus, and there could possibly be some overlap between some of the registrants from District 5 and those who would have registered with Higher BVI. So if we're talking numbers, well over 500 children will definitely benefit from getting school supplies here today. And in addition to that, I want to make particular mention of Unite BVI. They're on board as a sponsor, but they're also here with their tent talking about their Unite for the Sea initiative, which also impacts a lot more children. So in terms of numbers, it is hard to pinpoint, but it is definitely a significant portion of the territory's children that are going to be impacted here today.
The event also saw participation from several non-governmental organizations, including the District 5 Committee, which incorporated its 5th District Back to School drive into the festivities. Carol Wilson, Assistant Treasurer of the District 5 Committee Executive Board, revealed that over 200 children from within her district benefited from the drive.
Normally every year, Honorable Kairema and the committee normally does a back to school activity, but this year we decided to join with Higher BVI to make it more exciting and something new.
And we see a long line here as part of this back to school drive. Speak about the work that would have gone into this, because I realize persons have, there's a list and there are persons coming to collect. Speak on that.
To be for more formality, we have put out a registration for parents of the community to register their child at the district office, and then we will have a more list of who would need, because we are giving vouchers for food, apparel, stationery. So not everybody want all of the same thing. So for formality, we did it that way.
And you would have spoke on registration. Speak on the overall numbers that would have registered in total to come out here.
We have about over 200 registrations.
Additionally, Unite for the Sea, a sponsored program of Unite BVI, contributed to the event. Program coordinator Enya Douglas discussed their involvement and the importance of community support.
Every summer, we're very much involved with young people here in the BVI. We give out water bottles, swim rash guards for the kids, because we're encouraging them to love the ocean so that they protect it. And we sponsor swim lessons for swim schools all around the territory. So not just this territory, but also Virgin Gorda, US Van Dyke, Anegada as well. So we sponsor swimming lessons for them. Sorry, it's just so loud. Swimming lessons for them, sorry. And we also give them ocean gear to help them in the ocean when they go and engage with the water.
The Wet Fete was further enhanced by various vendors, including Isle Breeze, soft play, and amusement rentals. Owner Maria Drago expressed her excitement about providing amusement services for the children of the territory.
Thank you to the opportunity from Higher BVI to be a part of this year's back to school activity. We're here as a vendor actually, as part of the amusement packages that they're offering, and so we would have come under that regard.
Okay, and this is a very unique business. Speak on how you would have got involved in this. What was the light bulb moment? I said, you know what? Let me import these items into the BVI and start a business of this nature.
Okay, so my company started around the time of COVID. At that time, my children were smaller and we didn't have anything happening in the territory for them. I think at that time, festival hadn't had Coney Island. And so at that time, I would have thought about, this idea came about. I imported the ride and it has taken off from since then. So the idea came from me having to keep my children busy around COVID times, and it turned into a business.
Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes. Well, in some sporting news, the British Virgin Islands senior men's national football team suffered a 1-0 defeat against the Cayman Islands in their opening match of the CONCACAF Nations League Group C on Wednesday, September 4th. Playing at the Truman Bodden Sports Complex in Georgetown, Cayman Islands, the BVI team struggled to find the back of the net. The match remained goalless through the first half, with both teams showing resilience. However, the game took a decisive turn in the 84th minute when Cayman's Elijah Seymour scored the only goal, assisted by Zachary Scott. Seymour's strike was historic, marking the 1,000th goal of CONCACAF Nations League history. In terms of stats, BVI had 3 shots compared to Cayman's 8 and committed 21 fouls to Cayman's 12. Cayman also held the majority of possession with 56%, while the BVI controlled 44% of the ball. Here's a look at those highlights.
Cayman Islands in red, the British Virgin Islands in yellow. Here we go. All driven at touch. Driving in, service back. Excellent save. Ebanks waiting precisely where they tell a good forward to stand, right at the spot to win the group. This ball given away. The net is empty. And Santos absolutely gets away with one here. Broken free, Ebanks. Huge pocket of space. And leading that on, dangerous tackle from behind on Scott. This is a yellow as much for breaking up. Almost sets a screen, allows Scott to the end line. Both these sides are well aware. Draws do not qualify you for the next round. The better of the chances, but nothing to show for it. On to the second half in Georgetown in the Cayman Islands. Turning. Stepping over Duval. Good lead. Shot. There's a lot going on here. Ball becoming more and more engaged in the attack. Ball across, toward goal, off the outside of the netting from Elijah. Just over the end line, walked up by Williams. Dangerous ball through the middle of the field. This is Seymour! Goal 1000 in CONCACAF Nations League! Is the long-awaited Cayman breakthrough!
A goal for the Cayman Islands in the 84th minute. Scotia Seymour.
A bit of history. And Elijah Seymour, who had miles wearing on him. Pushing through. What a tank, Javier. Free kick in a dangerous place to win one. Let's get the rest of the way. Luca Chalwell.
Well, viewers, that's it for this weekend's roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and on our WhatsApp channel, as well as to like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes. Have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Bye-bye.